Did I bring my laptop? Or
This makes me look like Miss Trunchbull.
Yo.
What the fuck?
My hair's okay.
Girl,
I feel like it's given. I feel like it's given
straight.
flat.
It's given straight.
It's given flat. I don't like that.
It's giving straight.
I don't want flat. And it's supposed to be
There's like-
straight.
you wanna-
bitch.
you
I
want-
counted to get volume.
Girl, that's what I'm saying. It's straight.
It's not in the middle, but I don't know if you can tell I'm fucking thinning out here. Look how fucking bald I am. Bald ass bitch. Like, grow.
Really? I
You don't see that shit? Look at it. I gotta go fuck. I might as well fucking touch my skull.
Bald
nigga.
ass
Look.
bitch.
Right, let's fucking get on with it.
Ready, set.
Like,
Hey guys.
My hair looks like a fucking triangle.
bitch, you think you're the only one? Like, my shit's giving like, look at the difference between it's giving like a hair extension. Like, why is this part so much longer than the ponytail?
My hair's
Right, me too. Look at this shit.
My hair's given slick
Like,
back.
it's giving,
and then,
hey guys. Like, what the fuck?
Hey guys, and welcome to my channel. This is my friend Mina Neni, and this is my friend Aralise. We call her Neni.
What's up?
We are going to sit here and answer some questions. Hopefully you guys can resonate with some of our responses, and let's get right into it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Bitches.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. I win you all.
Okay.
So you guys converse to see who's next.
Oh, okay.
So then Neni and then you. Alrighty. Keeping in mind that we've been friends for 8 years. Holy shit. Okay.
Ain't a good friend.
How have we been able to maintain our friendship for 8 years?
I personally think we've maintained our friendships through the year by transparency. Because we're honest with each other, or for the most part, we're honest with each other, and at this point, we kind of understand each other or how we are each, like, individually, and then I feel like we just understand each other.
We talk and we're very open. We're never like, oh, we don't think that you should do this. Like, we're very like on hands-on with each other's lives. But I feel like the fact that we try to be open with each other and understand each other, that's what makes it like easier for our friendship. Because I don't know, we also have other friendships outside of our own, and I can say 100% that, like, not that I want to be transparent with everybody, but I'm the most honestly like with you guys. Like, you guys, I would say you guys know me.
So we have like kind of distanced ourselves from a couple of people who kind of like where they are in life just doesn't align with where we are, right? Like their priorities are like so different than what ours are right now, and that's why, like, what is there to talk about at this point? And I feel like for us, it's that our priorities have always been about like being the best version of ourselves, so that has never changed. We're never growing out of that being the goal, which is like not being a shitty person, and that's why we always have that in common. I feel like we had the bigger group, and like we still have like connections with different people in that big group, but I feel like as far as us three, like we have actually, like, we've accepted each other in every phase that we've been through individually because of that overarching, like, okay, like, let me just support you in your growth journey.
I feel like we have a supportive and understanding friendship, because even when, no matter the distance, like, the distance doesn't affect us, whether we spend months without seeing each other or we're far away, whether I'm here or I'm in Texas, like, we still talk, we still keep in touch, we still call each other if we have any issues, and like, I don't ever have to like wonder like, oh, if I tell you guys something that you guys will judge me for it. Instead of judging me for it, you guys like help me find a solution through it. And I think like, as you know, when you graduate and you have all these friendships, but it's about how they evolve and about how the people around you evolve. And I just think, like you said, that we all have like a similar path that we're on, and so that's just how it's we got serious. Why have you guys been friends for so long? Because we all love to talk shit together. We talk the same kind of shit. We do the same kind of jokes, and if they're fucked up, they're fucking funny to us.
Yeah,
still, right?
don't fucking
That's
matter.
the fucking truth. And since you don't know what the fuck the jokes are, you can't cancel me.
like
If you want to know me, search up Virgo. I am the definition of a fucking Virgo.
Are you though?
honestly,
Because I'm a Virgo and we're so opposite.
I give off Virgo tendencies.
I'm a Virgo.
But also, we're kind of the same.
We are kind of the same.
We're like an understanding bitch
Who talks a lot of shit?
who talks a lot of fucking shit.
I'm an undercover.
You're undercover what, bitch?
Yeah, I could be a bitch, guys. I just don't act like one of you guys.
You do sometimes.
I could really be a bitch.
Not to Anastasia. No, you do.
No, you don't. I could.
But she's a smiley bitch.
You are. Like you never come through like with a bad attitude. Like you don't make anybody else's day worse. Instead, you'll make it better. Even if you're in a bad mood, you'll be like, "I'm not mad at you guys."
I don't think I've ever seen you in a bad mood. What the fuck happened to her strap?
What's your opinion on selfless friendships in terms of taking care of your well-being or over helping someone out of their temporary problems?
Oh, so I used to have a friend group that was very big.
Oh, wonder what group was that?
And they were my best friends in the whole world. But at some point, we kind of separated in our own way. But it was in the sense of, I kind of realized during my reflection of it that I kind of way like it wasn't fair to you guys. Like it wasn't fair for, like, even if we fell off and we had felt that it was like, I understand both parties completely. Because like it wasn't fair to the fact that because I was going through my own thing, I wasn't being as open and vocal about it or communicating to let you guys know. I kind of just was resorting back to my old trauma way of like, okay, if I don't say shit or pretend I'm not here, that like everything's gonna be okay, but it's not.
I just felt like in the moment, one, you didn't let us help you, but also you're right, like you would close yourself off. But around us, you would pretend that you were fine. And you would be happy. Happy Nene. Always pulling up to the fucking occasion. But we knew sis was not happy.
Ask her.
Because if you were to ask her at the time, she would literally, like, you'd be like, Nene, are you okay? She'd be like, yeah.
What do I mean?
Yeah, you'd be like, the fuck? Obviously, well, you know how people say, like, you can't help someone until you've helped yourself? I don't always think that's a true statement. But I do think there's a lot of truth to it. Obviously, you can't be, like, a support system for someone if you can't even be a good support system for yourself. But I do think you could sometimes still give good advice.
Yeah.
I think the reason why that's true is because you can give advice based off of your failures, not only your successes.
True.
So even if you're not where you want to be in life, you can at least share, like, this is where I was and this is where I don't want you to be either, because, like, that was very painful. I had a friend in high school and she was going through quite a lot, and I ended up like advocating for my mom to take her in, and it was like a really really toxic friendship, and I realized that I was not able to be the friend that she needed at that time because I was not showing up for myself on a daily basis. I was kind of neglecting like boundaries that I was afraid to set, neglecting speaking up for myself when I felt hurt or offended. I was being selfless, and I was being so selfless that I was like resenting her and resenting like me extending my home to her, and I feel like it wasn't fair to her, and it obviously wasn't fair to me, and it definitely affected the way that I view friendships today, because I'm like afraid for boundaries to be crossed at this point. And so I think that has turned me into like honestly a big bitch. Because I can't imagine putting myself in a position where people can like can like treat me the way that I was treated in that friendship.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer in
Bitch
what you do
kills me.
here, you pay here.
This bitch kills me. Kind of relating to what we were just talking about. How do you know when it's time to let go of a friendship?
Ooh, should I go first? Cause
That's more recent for you.
Yeah, I feel like you got more experience on that one.
I feel like when you see it's becoming toxic, like, or
Define that though.
just like when I feel like sometimes friendships are a lot like relationships, just like obviously different. It has its different things. Yeah, obviously it has its different things, but I think like, you know, when you're in a relationship and you start to argue with somebody a lot, or the arguments aren't like little arguments, they're more like jabs at who you are as a person, your character, your personality, how you carry yourself. Like those are things of like just someone who doesn't fuck with you, who doesn't like you. And that's when you realize like that's not a healthy friendship, because why would I want to be friends with someone who constantly has something negative to say about me, or always has an issue with something that's going on. Like I just don't think, like, I don't like to fight. I don't argue with my friends, honestly. And if I argue with you, then really you're not my friend.
Yeah.
Because I just don't like to argue with the friends I have. I know some people think it's normal.
And we were just talking about that. Bitches be fighting their friends.
I do not fight my friends.
I would never.
Like literally fist fighting outside or wherever the
dragging
fuck.
the bitch down the hall.
And then be kikiing with them.
on Snapchat.
Right.
Let's go get our best friend bracelets and fucking necklaces.
And fucking
like,
tattoos and shit. Oh my god. When there's a friendship that you value, you don't cross that line. Like, first of all, you never put your hands on someone that you care about.
Yeah.
And second of all, you don't cross a line where you go and start to make someone like doubt themselves and doubt their worth and their value, because that's just another way of slapping them.
like we would get mad at each other, and then we would just like do our own thing, and then hours would pass and be like, "Bitch, you hungry?" Yeah.
Or would you talk about the issue?
That's the thing.
Actually, no, we wouldn't talk about the issue.
That's not healthy at all, Mina.
Okay, well, it's not my fault. I'm a talker. Like that, if you don't want to talk about it,
I don't give a fuck.
No, yeah, if you don't give a fuck, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
But if we don't talk about it, then you better not believe that we're gonna be cool in a week or a month.
Right.
If I was mad at you in that moment and we didn't talk about it, I'm gonna stay mad and we could just not be friends.
Right.
I talk through my shit because I need to. If I argue with you, I need to talk about it right away. Because I need to know whether I'm gonna delete you from my fucking life or you can stay.
And that's the hardest thing for me, because I had to work on communication a lot. I hate confrontation.
Yes,
I'm the number one hate confrontation.
love
The rest of my life, I think that's why I am the way I am with everyone, just because I'm like, okay, I keep it neutral, you keep it neutral with me, there's no bad eye, so there's no need for you to come at me. I will get upset and I will conflict if you feel the need to come at me when I didn't do anything. Now you're just being a fucking bitch. And now we can play two of those to play a fucking
Whoa.
But I generally don't like confrontation. Like, do not come to me with bullshit.
That's a Virgo.
Yeah.
Can ask her because she's a fucking saint. I feel like, is it hard for you being in a relationship with a Virgo? Because I feel like sometimes Virgos could come off
Too strong.
Because I'm sorry, if I want to fucking talk about it, we are talking about it. And it's not that I think I'm right. It's that I am right. Because I could never get into an argument where someone could be like, and you're wrong. I'll be like, no.
Yeah, no, you're just...
No, there's moments where I'm wrong. I've admitted that I'm wrong. But if I'm coming at you first,
that's because I'm right.
Yeah, like I'm not gonna come at you with all the fucking facts. Like I'm not gonna make myself look stupid. Virgos gravitate toward each other.
With my mom, but there's also other things where I feel like my whole life, no matter what I did, it's not enough.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the oldest child has kind of like a parent mentality, which is more like so that's why I feel like you always put everyone before yourself, because you basically helped raise your siblings as well. My mom obviously raised me, but my sister raised me when I was younger, because she was left to take care of me so much that it's like she raised me.
Yeah.
I just feel like older, the first kid just has like a lot of pressure. Just a lot.
Do you know that's why this is gonna sound so funny, but that's why the movie Encanto, the song Surface Pressure, literally I can get emotional every time freaking listening to it. Because if you like truly listen to the lyrics, like you're like, holy shit, that's my oldest sister. Like I feel for her. Even from the outside looking in, it was like we were afraid of her failing in front of my mom too.
Oh my god.
Like you guys?
Like we were afraid of, because Annalie was so,
she's on point on basically
all the time,
trying to
and
make
she
sure.
was so like scared. Not like, it wasn't like my mom would slap us for breathing, but it was like the thought of disappointing my mom was just we like none of us could bear it.
Yeah.
Because when she was proud of you, it was like the biggest high, and when she was disappointed in you, you truly felt like shit about yourself. And that's something that, like, it sounds like so abusive,
but it's not. That's what I'm trying to get at when you talk.
That's where our fear was like, yeah, we got our occasional slap. Like we deserved it. We got our fucking beating sometimes.
Everybody got a little slap.
We got a few slaps and fucking pedicabs and shit, but it wasn't like over the top. So it's interesting. I was truly afraid of my mom for like a lot of my childhood, and it was I realized I wasn't afraid that she was gonna hurt me. I was afraid of disappointing her.
I'm still somewhat afraid of my mother.
Hurting you?
My mother is...
I'm scared of her too.
It's the hardest thing because my mom has gone through so much, so she has such deeply rooted trauma that she generally needs a lot of help. But she does a lot for her family, so the best way to her project herself and like really improve is like her life is through her family. But it's hard when you live that way because you can't be the one person that's the head of the household that everybody looks towards to when you have trauma that you're somewhat still projecting.
I just recently found out that my mom had a very traumatic childhood, and there were like bad things that she didn't tell us about. And it's just like, after hearing like how bad her childhood was, like, I guess I was so grateful that I got a mom who didn't treat me how she was treated growing up. I don't talk about how you failed me in my past. And so every time he brings it up, I bring it up too. So yesterday he wanted to talk about my family. So he was like, oh, because I remember when your mom left to DR with all my money. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, oh, and I remember when you left. And that was it, period. When you left.
You boom, that awkward silence at the
And then he goes, oh, I was going through a really rough time in Ali. Your mom had just kicked me out. No, because we're going to keep you after cheating. He's like, oh, I never cheated.
No.
He thinks that, and the worst part is, he lies and he thinks that I don't remember, so he tries to manipulate my memory of it. And I think that's even, I don't want to say I don't hate my father, but it's definitely something I hate about him. And it's made me like not like, he picked me up the other day. I think I was with him for 10 minutes and I wanted to go back home. He's not even really nice to me, like, but he literally saw my birthday after I told him, yeah, my birthday because I'm starving. Like, I just brushed my fucking teeth. I'm not like you, like, you're missing a tooth. Like, come on.
Oh my God.
Let's be fucking for real. Let's be FFR if we're talking about dental hygiene.
Sometimes I feel like I go too far. So, as you can see, the sun has gone down. We have been talking for fucking hours. And we're all probably emotionally exhausted, correct?
Just a little, yeah.
Yeah, it's been like a therapy session. It started off with like friendship questions, and it kind of ended into family, trauma, therapy. So, hopefully you guys can understand that when you're with friends that you haven't seen in a while, this shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
There's never really one subject to talk about. There's everything. But maybe you guys identified with some of these things that we talked about, with some of these traumas and our ways of dealing with them. So please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Bye.